Squad. MizzyWorld Entertainment is back to present another episode of Sundays with Mizzy. And y'all know where I tend to start all Sundays with Mizzy at, and that's with college football, man. We got a lot to speak on, or not a lot to speak on, but some major shit to speak on that we got to touch on because our guys down there doing was doing this thing at the University of Colorado. I was rooting for Prime. I still root for Prime, but I'm also not a guy that's going to sit up there and ignore what's going on and ignore the results. And right now, the University of Colorado fucking stink, bro. They back to the same team that they was before prime time. Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter came in and won a couple games, won a few games. I ain't even gonna say turned it around because if they turned it around, the program would be different, and it's not, bro. When you think about 53-7 loss on the road to Utah, what the fuck? Minus 18 yards at halftime, bro. Minus 18 yards. How is that even possible, bro? So y'all not stopping the nosebleed and y'all can't gain a yard, literally, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all moving backwards. What is going on, bro? I don't want to hear none of that shit no more from Prime, bro. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about no sunglasses no more. I don't want to hear about no goddamn almonds no more. I don't want to hear about no damn insurance at Aflac no more. Get some fucking dubs, Prime. You feel what I'm saying? Because now this shit is coming to seem like you swindled us, bro. What's going on? Y'all had the number 2 quarterback recruit in the country sign down here. Y'all had a quarterback come over in the transfer portal that was a high sought after quarterback in the transfer portal. And y'all got 3 wins on the year. Every time I turn them on, they getting punched in the mouth. Besides that upset win against the Iowa State Cyclones. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is ridiculous, bro. They gave up 422 rush yards yesterday, bro. That's soft, bro. And honestly, when you come in and all you want to talk about is designer clothes this and designer clothes that, you sound fucking soft anyway, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Don't nobody care about that Louis luggage. Don't nobody give a fuck about that Gucci luggage. Don't nobody care about those chrome heart cleats. Nobody cares about that, bro. It's the results. You dig what I'm saying? And the thing is, the people that rooted for him, the people that's like me that went out there and rooted for Prime, this shit is bad, bro. It's real bad, man. The Big 12 not a strong conference. They not that strong. Utah ain't fucking 46 points better than Colorado, bro. Or they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. You feel what I'm saying? That is the largest margin of victory for the University of Utah versus the University of Colorado in their history. In their history, bro. They call that the Rumble in the Rockies. You know what I'm saying? And they just got the shit beat out of them, bro. First round knockout. TKO. You feel what I'm saying? And for me, like I said, I'm a person that I'm a hold my people accountable because you're still in the limelight. You did a bunch of talking, Prime. What is he gonna be selling today? We gonna see him selling some fucking almonds, eat your doggone almonds. Get some doggone wins, Prime. Get some doggone wins. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of the portrayal. I'm tired of the good quotes, the popping quotes. It just sound good, bro. But the results is not backing it up, bro. 53-7? 53-7? They mercy ruled y'all, bro. I know they had their backups in by the fourth quarter, bro. I know they did. This is embarrassing, bro. This is embarrassing, dog. And it's super embarrassing when the first thing you did when you came to the University of Colorado is tell kids that they wasn't designer bags. Maybe you just can't evaluate talent like that, Prime. Or maybe you don't know how to couch talent like that, Prime. But at some point, your bravado got to match up to the results. You know what I'm saying? Your arrogance or your confidence has to add up to the results. You get what I'm saying? Him yesterday he said I'm baffled. I'm befuddled. Why, bro? Y'all got 3 wins on a year. Y'all just went and faced the top 25 team. You thought y'all was gonna do something? That just shows how delusional you are, brother. You feel what I'm saying? That just shows how delusional you are, brother. You know what I mean? So for Prime, for me, it's just I don't want to hear about the glasses. I don't want to hear about no almonds. I don't want to see you with Nick Saban and that fucking talking duck, bro. I want to see you getting some wins, bro. That's what I want to see. I don't care about Carucci. I don't care about them asking about Shador. I don't care about Shiloh and him mimicking you and acting like you in front of white people that don't know the difference between Shiloh and Deion Sanders. I care about the results, bro, because that's what matters. That's all that matters. That's what we do this for, right? Not to put yourself on a pedestal, not to just still live off of prime time from back in the day. And this is my guy. You get what I'm saying? Like, I remember him catching that interception return for the Baltimore Ravens. Prime time is my guy. But we not gonna sit up here and act like he's a god, man. We not gonna sit up here and act like he's immune to criticism and being held to what are your results, bro? What are the results? The results right now says that the University of Colorado is fucking garbage, bro. Absolutely dog shit. You dig what I'm saying to you? Pitiful. You know what I mean? So I had to speak on that because I've been rooting for him. I've been defending him. I'm gonna continue to root for Prime, but I am a person that takes pride in being an unbiased sports personality. Like, I'm not a super fan. Y'all ain't gonna see me fanning out, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I want Prime to win and I want Prime to be successful, of course. But if this the product you gonna put on the field and you coming in talking about, well, I'm gonna be bringing my own Louis bags. You must have got them Louis bags from fucking from back them dudes that be selling Louis bags on the corner in Times Square. You feel me? You feel me? Them things ain't legit. You dig what I'm saying to you? So listen, man, it was disappointing, and they got to turn around ASAP because at the end of the day, just like y'all wanna say, oh, it's Prime's the reason that Shador didn't get drafted so high. I honestly think Prime is the reason Shador was considered to be drafted by the Baltimore Ravens. I think it was the relationship that Ozzie Newsome has with his father, Deion Sanders. That was the reason that they were going to draft Shador, and Shador said no. But if you're going to say that, then I got to throw this out there. If his name wasn't Deion Sanders, he would have been fired after yesterday, bro. The worst loss against your rival in school history, any other coach would have got fired. Any other coach not named Deion Sanders would have got fired after that performance. I'm telling you that right now. And I'm not asking for Prime to get fired by any means. You know what I mean? Before Prime, the year before Prime got there, they won one game. The next year they won 4 games. Last year they won 7 games. This year they back to winning 3 games. So something's got to change. Something got to change, man. Because you can't just Louis that and go out there and your performance says fucking retail clothes. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Marshall. You know what I'm saying? Off the rack shit. So it is what it is. Still rooting for Colorado. I'll still tune in, but yeah, I'm a little upset because I came in betting on them this year, bro. Like, oh, no, they gonna be. These motherfuckers can't even cover the spread, bro. At least cover the spread. Damn. You know what I mean? Let's get into some more college because people ain't going. Again, y'all don't tune into college, so I'm gonna keep y'all up to date about what's going on out here. You dig what I'm saying? But shout out to Bama, shout out to Texas on some huge historical comebacks yesterday. Texas went down 31-14. Started the fourth quarter. I'm like, damn, Arch, what the fuck is you doing, bro? I done went out my way. I'm supporting you. I'm defending you. What's going on? And then it clicked. He started snapping. He started doing his thug thizzle. Hey, that fucked up ass release point. I don't care. He getting it there. Hey, running the ball. Get off me. I ain't my uncles. I'm a pop, bro. Get off me. You feel what I'm saying? So you look at Arch, he got hurt in overtime, but he forced his team to get them to overtime, down 17 in the fourth quarter at Mississippi State. Huh? Yeah, man. That's why they were saying Arch is gonna be this, that, and the third. You get what I'm saying? The people that played in the NFL played the position he plays. They know how to get through to him. They know how to calm him down. They know how to even him out. You get what I'm saying? You think about the start of the year for Arch and coming into now and how Texas is looking. You know what I'm saying? He probably gonna miss the next game because he had a concussion. But he gonna come back and he got a lot of football to make up now. The whole Heisman shit, that's out the window. But as far as Texas, oh, they looking like they creeping back up into that possible playoff berth setting. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to Texas, man. Shout out to Arch Manning for never quitting, never folding, never giving up. I literally, like I said, Mississippi State went up 31-17. I'm like, damn. What I'm gonna say on Facebook, what I'm gonna say to my fans tomorrow on YouTube, Instagram, all that. And he went out there and he fought his ass off, man. And that's all I can ever ask for. That's why I loved Peyton. I I don't give a fuck if it was 28. They was down 28 at halftime, bro. I'm always thinking Peyton gonna make a run. He gonna make a run. He gonna get your nerves a little scared. You know what I'm saying? So it was great to see that from Arch, that fight and that competitive nature from him. You feel what I'm saying? Running the ball, that shot he took when he got hurt. That the boy is tough, man. I'll give you that. The boy is tough, man. But shout out to Ty Simpson, man. You want to talk about quarterbacks and them revive or not reviving, but not letting one game define their career. Like after Florida State, everybody like, oh well, Ty Simpson, he sat behind Bryce Young, he sat behind Jalen Milroe. He was supposed to be this top recruit, and was he going to even beat out Julian Sayin, the other quarterback that transferred from Bama to Ohio State, starting at Ohio State? Then he lost to Florida State. Bro, he is saving what's his name? Caleb DeBoer's job. He's saving the head coach of Alabama's job, man. The way this dude is playing, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, the biggest comeback in fourth quarter history for Alabama yesterday. All because of the way that Ty Simpson was leading that offense, man. I just love that high competitive nature where you getting smacked around, you getting punched in the mouth, and you still getting up and you still pressing forward. You get what I'm saying? So that was just a highly impressive win to me from Bama. And Bama seems like they didn't go nowhere. They took a step back last year, but Bama looking like they back to being that same old Bama where they punching on shit. And even when you up late in the fourth quarter, you still feel like Bama probably gonna win this game. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to Bama, shout out to Texas. Two great games, two great comebacks, and two great young quarterbacks, man. Shout out to Ty Simpson and Arch Manning. NBA updates though, man. We got the NBA with so many scandals. Every time you turn around, it's always a scandal going on. And to me, I'm gonna say this on the NBA. For one, there's too many questions. I would probably not even get into the whole gambling aspect of the NBA. I mean, I know I'm not when it comes to certain teams. Like I gotta feel like your team is a high integrity team, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm saying that with I probably would have thought the Blazers was a high integrity team led by Chauncey Billups, but it's just too many questions going around in the NBA with all this conspiracy floating around, and then you got evidence to support this shit now. You get what I'm saying? Terry Rozier was making $24 million a year and threw a game just so somebody can pull up to his crib with $200,000. You made more money during the game than you did on throwing the game. You didn't care about the people that was in Charlotte. That's like, no, Terry Rozier about to go out there and kill these motherfuckers, bro. Terry Rozier about to go do his thing, bro. He's my man. You feel what I'm saying? You forgot how you got that huge contract by balling, bro. Not being a gambler. They just the most selfish athletes on the face of the earth, bro. For all these scandals to keep coming out, and y'all get paid so much to give us a shitty ass product for the majority of the regular season. You get what I'm saying? To barely have any upsets in the postseason. It's always the favorites that win in the NBA. And then now y'all out here bullshitting with the bets. Y'all out here throwing games too. Damn, bro. The fuck? The NBA, man. This this is gonna hurt them, bro. And I know they've already been losing traction as far as populace in America. But the more this continues to go on, the more people are investing into betting in sports, you're gonna start investing and betting more money into the sports that have integrity. You're not gonna bet on a motherfucker not knowing if he really gonna go out there and play or if he really gonna pull himself out the game so he can just have a couple extra thousand to trick with. Come on, bro. That shit is corny, dog. That shit is corny. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what did you do with that, Terry Rozier? Did you even give that 200,000 to like a charity, or you probably gave that shit to a Instagram site? Hey, baby, go to Turks and Caicos for the year on me. You know what I mean? What do y'all be even doing with that bread, bro? Because the people that Like, I don't know, man. The NBA just got to get back to having motherfuckers like Tim Duncan in that motherfucker. Motherfuckers like Steph and Ron. You feel what I'm saying? KD. Motherfuckers that they don't care about clothes, fashion, hoes, none of that, bro. All they care about is getting buckets and legacy. That's what the NBA need to get back to. Motherfuckers like Kobe and Mike. You feel what I'm saying? And even the vices that they do have, it ain't got shit to do with them throwing games or that how competitive they'll be once they hit the floor. AI would never throw no game, bro. What? Steve Francis, Stephon Marbury, these dudes that grew up in the projects is throwing games. Bro, I'm already making millions, bro. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, I'm gonna risk it all. Just so somebody I don't know can make money off of me even more. Like, I don't see how Terry Rozier or Chauncey didn't just look at it like y'all trying to use me. Unless they just some addicted gamblers that got in too deep and couldn't say no. Which that could also be the case. But I'm looking at this like, man, the NBA, man, y'all already fell, y'all way behind the NFL, way behind college football. Right now, y'all probably gonna fall behind NHL, MLB. Yeah, man. Y'all better hope soccer don't get that big. Y'all better hope soccer don't get that motherfucking big. You know what I mean? Especially when the best players, like it's a handful of players that really care in the NBA. So why should we? Literally, it's a handful of players that care in the NBA. Why should we? Why should we? Let's get over to the NFL, the two legit crew. You feel what I'm saying? Let's go to my breakdown and my Thursday night football prediction, man. And all I got to say is rushing attempts, rushing attempts, rushing attempts. If y'all saw my video of why I took the Minnesota Vikings over the Los Angeles Chargers on Thursday night football, y'all know it was because I thought that they was going to run the ball. I didn't know that Aaron Jones was coming back. I didn't know that they was going to sit up there and forget about Jordan Mason just because Aaron Jones and his big ass contract finally came back off of IR. Sit your silly ass down. Jordan Mason been running all over everybody all season. My man's 6'1", 240. You feel what I'm saying? Running 4.5. My man is the new Earl Campbell out there just putting his helmet in motherfucker's chest. Whop! Y'all putting Aaron Jones back in the game. Like, the Chargers is that team that if you gonna try to finesse, they gonna punch the shit out you, bro. They going to punch you. But if you, they're like that bully. If you show that you can take a punch and you can throw a punch, they might fold. But the Vikings just decided to never throw punches. 11 rushing attempts, bro. 11 rushing attempts compared to uh 43 for the Chargers. The Chargers had 200 plus rushing yards on the game. Minnesota had under 50 rushing. I think they had 18 rushing yards in the fourth quarter. I'm just distraught. Not to mention, Carson Wentz came in with a shoulder injury. Then the first drive, he throws his in the follow through, he hits his hand on the helmet. And they still continue to just throw the fucking ball over the field. Kevin O'Connell, do you smoke crack? Or was it that you didn't really want to compete? You just was like, I told him, I told one of my coworkers, because I'll be watching the game at work. I'm like, they threw this game to get JJ back in there. They did not want any more controversy. They like, nah, get this game out of here so we can get JJ prepared. But y'all could have been a little bit more competitive. That just was an obvious game thrown, bro. Like, Carson was dealing with a shoulder injury, a hand injury. Your offensive line couldn't handle the Chargers' blitz schemes. Carson getting hit all over the field, holding on to the ball. Not one time do they like, all right, let's slow the game down and run the ball and conserve some time. Play ball control offense. Football. No. Let's go out there and act like it's 2018 with Carson Wentz. Stupid. So, I mean, for me, I guess that was my fault because I know Jim Harbaugh is a person that he sticks to his guns no matter what. Kevin O'Connell he gives off that he wants to be the smartest man in a room vibe a lot. You get what I'm saying? So you just going away from the running game when the Chargers defense has been getting gashed the past 3 games on the running game. That's a dumb game plan, bro. It's a stupid scheme. I don't know how you thought that would have won. You get what I'm saying? Like, what you thought Carson was going to go out there and have 350 or 400 yards like Jalen Hurts? I don't get it, bro. Or, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe that's what it was. They saw Jalen Hurts had a perfect fucking perfect quarterback rating against them. They said, man, Jalen, I mean, Carson got to be able to do that shit. Carson, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know Jalen do something. Y'all motherfuckers think it's a high schooler doing that shit or some shit. Carson got to be able to do that. The Chargers been getting gashed by everybody the past 3 weeks in the run game. Y'all go out there and run the ball 11 times, bro? 11 times? Maybe they need to call me as a coach because that's just unacceptable, bro. You have to press that issue and see if the Chargers have really fixed it. You just took it off the table. Oh, we ain't even gonna run the ball, bro. It's cool. We ain't even gonna run it. Like they ain't just get gashed by fucking John. That defense was relieved that they didn't have to tackle fucking Jordan Mason all game, bro. They like, what? We just gotta get after Carson Wentz and defend Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison? Oh shit. That's a break right there, baby. That's a break right there. So I'm mad at myself for thinking that Kevin O'Connell was smart enough to know the Chargers rush defense has to be tested before you just go off and fucking throwing the ball all around the field. And he did not do that. And then started Aaron Jones, bro. He just came back. You saying it like I was so perplexed, bro. So perplexed. Even with the Panthers thing. Why are y'all so eager to put Chuba Hubbard back like fucking Rico Dowd ain't been balling? Like what do y'all know? We don't know. To me, it's the only thing is the contracts. The owners be like, listen, we are paying this man 15, 20, $25 million a year. You're gonna play him. He's not gonna be getting paid that to sit around. So to me, terrible game plan, and I apologize that I even went against Jim Harbaugh because I know for one thing, Harbaugh gonna run that rock. He gonna run that motherfucking pill, bro. He gonna take the pressure off of Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? He gonna devise a game plan for his team to be successful. That's one thing Harbaugh gonna do. You know, I don't know what the fuck Kevin O'Connell was thinking, bro. You got a backup who's hurt, and your offensive line is in shambles. You still let me throw it all around the yard. Let me try to get Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison the ball. Bro, if you don't hand the ball off to Jordan Mason, bro, I was so mad, so frustrated watching that shit, bro. Because it was just it's easy as 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Easy peasy lemon fucking squeezy, bro. But you gotta make it rocket science. Fuck out of here, man. Let's get over though, man, to today's slate of games, man. We got a great slate of games. I got my one guarantee, my one upset. Last week I went 1 for 1. I'm not betting on the Dolphins no more, bro. They stink. They came through for me once on Thursday Night Football, and I took them against the Bills. But I ain't putting no money on them no more. Come on, bro. You got Quinshawn Junkins just going out there untouched. You know what I'm saying? Untouched, scooting on y'all, man. Scooting on y'all. So I can't go with the Dolphins no more. They is a shit show, bro. And I don't know how Mike McDaniel still got his job, bro. I don't know how. You feel me? I don't think he want the job. I don't think he wanted. He like, bro, what the fuck I gotta do to get fired, bro? I'm trying to collect this guaranteed check for the next few years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go be OC somewhere, make a little couple extra dollars on top of that. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with Miami, but my one guarantee: give me the Bucks over the Saints, man. The Bucks lost last week in Detroit, but that was a lot of like fluky turnovers and stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like Cade Otton had the ball taken off of his shoulder. You had who was that? The wide receiver, he had one of those fluky fumbles where the bull barely catch it and barely get 2 steps in the football move and somebody punch it out. It was just a bunch of weird turnovers in that game. And I think that they're going to get some of their healthy players back. And the Saints just stink, bro. The Saints, I will always bet against them. And the spread not that bad. I think it was like a 4.5 point spread. I got the Bucks beating the Saints by at least 7-10 points today. You feel what I'm saying? So my one guarantee, I'm gonna take the Buccaneers over the Saints, and then my one upset, I'm gonna take the Dallas Cowboys over the Denver Broncos. Everybody want to go with the Denver Broncos. They talking about what happened with the Carolina Panthers versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys just overlooked the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are a very good team. That's just as simple as it gets, bro. You get what I'm saying? And they was still in it. You just had T-Mac, he had a great game. Rico Dowd had a great game. And Bryce Young looked like the number one overall pick, but I'm just not impressed by the Broncos offense this year. I just don't see that type of explosion even being capable. You get what I'm saying? Like they don't have a wide receiver like T-Mac or Xavier Leggett on the other side. Like that is two young wide, wide receivers that put a lot of pressure on defensive backs. I don't feel that way when you talk about Cortland Sutton and whoever you want to say is the number two over there in Denver. You get what I'm saying? They receivers just don't put that much fear in me. I like J.K. Dobbins, but J.K. He's not the old J.K. You get what I'm saying? Like he's still gonna give you the yardage and go out there and ball, but he's not the J.K. of old. I mean, you got I think he had two ACL injuries and an Achilles injury, so J.K. just had a lot to deal with. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, and I think they getting 2.5 points too. Yeah, they going outright. They going outright win against the Denver Broncos. Now the Denver Broncos, and I feel like the Denver Broncos over the past few times they played the Cowboys, they gotten over on them. But the Cowboys this year, you got Javonte Williams, he running the ball strong. You got probably the best receiving duo in football right now in CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. Ferguson been balling out his ass. Dak playing like an MVP candidate. The offense is stout. The offense is going to move the ball against that Denver Broncos defense. I don't know if the Denver Broncos will be able to score or move the ball against that Dallas Cowboys defense. You dig what I'm saying? So for my one guarantee, give me the Buccaneers over the Saints, and my one upset, give me the Cowboys over the Broncos. You dig what I'm saying? And we here for bang bang Niners game. You know what I mean? Niners at Texans. And my breakdown to this is I just think the Texans gonna win, man. Somehow, some way. And I know I'm looking at it like they ain't got no Nico Collins, they ain't got no Christian Kirk. I think Nick Chubb is a little banged up. The offensive line is garbage. But I just think D'Amico Ryan's gonna make it tough on that offense. I think he's gonna stack the box against Christian McCaffrey. I don't think he's gonna let Christian McCaffrey beat us. And I think he's gonna force Mac Jones to go out there and beat us through the air. And I don't know if he will be able to do that with the defenders that the Texans have. If they applying that pressure with Danielle Hunter on one side and then Will Anderson on the other side, then you got Derek Stingley in the backfield, and then Ajeez Al-Shir, who's out there flying all around the field. You know he feels some type of way that you got to think we had Al-Shir, Greenlaw, and Fred Warner, bro. Bro, that shit is mind-boggling now that I think about it, bro. We should have I ain't gonna say that because we couldn't keep all three. But you know, Al Shair, he definitely feels some type of way about being the first person out from that core. You feel what I'm saying? So I could see him having a huge game, creating some turnovers. I'm going with the Texans. They favored in this game, so I think Vegas know a little something that I don't know. Because I don't know why the Texans would be favored. Like Mac Jones, basically fucking undefeated as a quarterback. I think he got one loss as our starting quarterback. We got CMC, George Kittle back. What do Vegas know that I don't know? Texans stink, bro. Yeah, I mean, they ain't got no offensive line. Nico hurt, but I'm rocking with y'all. I'm rocking with Vegas on this one because they ain't gonna swindle me. You know what I mean, I don't know how they gonna do it, but I feel like the Texans gonna win this game. You feel what I'm saying? So I hope I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say the Texans gonna win this game. Sunday night football, man. I fell to 9-10 because the Minnesota Vikings don't know how to run the fucking pill. You feel what I'm saying? So your boy is reeling, man. I'm begging. I'm fiending for a win. Damn. Fuck that shit. I need a hit, baby. You feel what I'm saying? So we got the Packers at Steelers. Packers favored by 2.5 points on Sunday night football in Pittsburgh. And I'm gonna go with the Packers to cover that spread in this one. Only 2.5 points because I don't see the Steelers being able to get out and run away from the Packers, but I could see the Packers getting out and being able to run away from the Steelers. You get what I'm saying? Like we looked at it last Thursday. You get what I'm saying? And I know they got 10 days to prepare and get ready and this, that, and the third. 10 days ain't going to help you find a fucking time machine for Jalen Ramsey. You get what I'm saying? And then Joey Porter Jr., the one that's on the other side, he's just a penalty waiting to happen. You get what I'm saying? And you going up against a young, well-rounded receiving core from Matthew Golden to Rico Dowds. I know Christian Watkins ain't been playing, but who else? They got a few players. Then you got Tucker Craft and you got Josh Jacobs in the backfield. So I just like the offense that the Packers are going to be able to present to the Steelers tonight. And I think it's gonna be a little too much for A Rod. You feel what I'm saying? Like you going up against Micah. Micah knows what's going on out there. If I'm not mistaken, Rashawn Gary was there when Aaron Rodgers was there. So you got a lot of players that were there when Aaron Rodgers was there that want to get some get back too. Like, bro, was you even taking the game serious that last few years with the Packers? You get what I'm saying? So I think it's some get back on the Packers' mind to show them we are a way better team without you, Aaron Rodgers. So give me the Packers over the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. And as an extra leg, I'm gonna go with two passing touchdowns. Two passing touchdowns for Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love is gonna go out there and show out and show that he is the new El Capitan of the Green Bay Packers. So that's my episode Sunday mornings with Mizzy. Let me know what y'all think. Enjoy the games. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, man. Enjoy the games. I don't know what's y'all game day grub. What's y'all game day grub y'all go to? For me, it's probably gonna be the burgers today, but I always love some wings. Wings I feel like is quick, easy, and it lasts. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the games. Mizzy World Entertainment, Sunday mornings with Mizzy. Squad.